This is the Euro Aussie on the 15. I'm now involved with a flag pattern. So I'm going to go ahead here and do the higher time frame analysis. I am playing for two targets because we may or may not get the extension. So here on the Euro Aussie, structure level on at our lows, structure level on where I believe price can come to. And we have just now, after we talked about this for the past week or so, just come into those targets. Let's go to the 240 and nothing here on the 240. We've reached those targets obviously. Here on the 60, not a great deal. In fact, sorry, let me go back to the 240 a moment. Okay, here on the 240 there is room to go higher. In fact, the higher level on the 240, the highs are up at around this level. So we've reached them on the daily but not on the 240. And so on the 15, what we have is we have the market that went higher, we saw a pullback. We went higher, we saw a pullback, and then we went higher. But pay attention to this swing. We've had a rally, and from that point we have had the market adhere to a trend line, so we draw it out based on the closes of the candles, and we duplicate it and move it down to there. Minimum of 4 touches, 1, 2, 3, and you can see we've just touched that area. Typically these turn within the wicks, so the wicks go from here all the way down to that big wick. Just in this zone we're looking for a minimum of a 382, ideally a 61.8, where we've hit it and almost come down to a 786, which is still fine. And your decision now is, do you believe that we can get an extension or just a retest of the highs? So for me personally, I'm actually going to play for 2. So if we look at our entry, it was this test just here. We've had a lovely 3-bar reversal with a higher high, higher close. Stops an ATR below the low. That means the risk on this trade is 22, and if we get target ones, which is a retest of the candle closes minus a few pips, and I'm going to hold for the extension because we haven't on the 60 or 240 got up to those extensions, those targets, that 127. So let's have a look. Would be nice to see some winners, if I'm honest. I'm still hitting that drawdown. It's the second week now, so 47 pips for secondary targets. And we're back for the update, and it looks as though in the night we had some news came out. I actually came within 1 pip of my stop loss, which was just here. Was not stopped out. I thought the spread would have got me, but it didn't. And from there, the turning point, just look at what happened here though. We broke out of the channel and just look at this consolidation. So target ones was 14 and 25, 24. So 38 pips banked on that 2 target winning flag pattern.